design the contour plan in ArchiCAD, even if you don't have a surface data available with you. Fine, but make sure you should have at least some basic plot boundary available in BWG format, so you can figure out the same when you use the additional software like SketchUp, AutoCAD, etc. Okay, so first of all, what I'm supposed to do, I'm just going to cross-check the available data. So this is my plot which I'm trying to figure out on Google, and the coordinates for this I'm going to definitely put to get the contours of this area. Now make sure if you're working with AutoCAD, I have made one scaling object over here so that what are the data I import in SketchUp or ArchiCAD, I should able to figure out where for the precision factor. So right now this is supposed to be exactly 10 meter by 10 meter. Okay, so my object which I have defined was exactly 10 meter by 10 meter. So let's see how we can proceed further. Now my data entry in DWG was by default AutoCAD works in millimeter, so decimal, that is what I'm trying to follow. Now the first step which I have to do, I have to enter inside the SketchUp, but it has to be Pro version. Remember, you cannot use the ordinary SketchUp. So here you are going to start your new drawing in a meter format, and that you can cross check also here. Say for example from the pull-down menu window model info, and if I check out, there's the option known as a meters for the length. So format was a decimal, length was a meter, and I'm just going to continue with the same. So while saying file import, and obviously the extension you have to choose as a DWG, locate the required file which you are willing to import. At the time of importing, you just cross-check the option, especially the scale units, you have to choose the one that match to your DWG format. So right now it is exactly matching with me as a millimeter. Rest of things I'm not going to change. I'll just say okay for this and I'll say import. Once I say import, you might even get prompted for a few confirmations. So please confirm the things, and that's it. Your data is now ready. So if you want to cross check this, surely you just have to use the this your tape tool and cross check that. That's a 10 meter. Now let's see how we can proceed further and take the geographic location. So for that, you just have to go inside the again pull down menu file, and from there geolocation, add location. When you go and use this add location option, obviously you should be connected to the net. Here I have taken the coordinates for my required location, and when I go for search, this is the plot which I was talking about. This is my targeted plot. Okay, that's the best level for the zooming scale. And now what I have to do is I have to say select region, and you can then try to trim down the area as per your choice, the area which you want to focus exactly, correct? And once it is confirmed that this is the area which you are willing to import, uh, just try to say import. Once the things are getting imported, now the task is to match everything as per your need. Once you have imported this location, make sure even the DWG file which we have imported. So I'm just trying to align that. Again, remember it's not compulsion because the precision will not be affected. This is just to cross check that whether the targeted plot area and the Google location, whether they are somehow nearer to the required end product. So absolutely don't worry about this because the data which you will be importing will be going to be a precise one. So anyway, let's go and try to do one more task. If you just go inside the same pull down menu file in the geolocation, if you say show terrain, you will be amazed to see that this is nothing but altogether the variation which now you get in the contour level for the selected region. So you just check out how steep slope it is supposed to be between the start point of the site to the uppermost level of the location which we have chosen. Okay, so this is again a very important step, because by using this technique only you are going to export this data which is compatible for ArchiCAD. Now I'm going to save this file, and I have to go and say save, but be careful. If you say save, then using the SketchUp with the latest probably version, you have to be careful about. It's better if you just try to go and little bit take older one. That will be nothing, but right now I'm using ArchiCAD 25, so maybe the compatibility or the latest SketchUp will not be there. So I'm just trying to use a little bit older version. And obviously you have to talk about the correct, what you can say, destination. So here I'll try to see my project name. Okay, and I'll save this file. Now we have to return back to ArchiCAD. So to import this in ArchiCAD, a very simple task, just keep your ArchiCAD at the background, and from your file Explorer, you can just locate the file and just drag and drop that. You can minimize this, and then ArchiCAD will prompt you about the location settings, that location information already exists in this project. Override the project location with the imported coordinates and so on. I will say yes for this, because what are the coordinate and the other locations which are probably there in my Google location, same thing will be continued over here. Fine. So I'll just say OK for this, and then I have to just click one point for as an insertion. If you read the prompt at the lower left corner of your screen, it is written enter anchor point of merged elements. Okay, so this is supposed to be the anchor point. Now the data will get imported, and don't worry about the image which you are getting. Probably the image and the things may not match. That's obviously going to happen. So if I return back to my 3D document, I'm sorry, 3D display, you can check out that here this is supposed to be the data which you have imported. Right? And now it's time to actually generate the required contours on this. That's supposed to be our main target. Now you will surely notice that the image which you're getting the orientation wise on this particular location and which you're getting in floor plan, they are not matching. Just check out the green color boundary and the plot orientation. That's somehow not going to work. So don't worry about that. We are not interested in the cover image. We are going to discard that. So I'll show you now how to work for that. So let's see how to start working for the contours. Just select the this inserted object. So make sure again, if you check out, it's supposed to be an imported file, but works as an object. I cannot do any further use of this by default. Only thing, you can have a choice of show terrain, or you don't want to show see them. So that's your choice, what probably you can try to go for. Then there is a rotation and scaling and hotspot. So all these things you can control if you want, but right now I'm not interested to do anything or change going to change anything into this. Instead of that, I'm just going to make sure that it's selected. I'll just give a right click and I'll say convert selection to morphs. I'll get a warning which I have to accept, and you will see that now everything is just converted as a simple plain what you can see single face. It's like a paper which you can see. It's nothing, it doesn't have much of the thickness and anything like that. So how to go and utilize this? So a very simple thing. Now you can check out, this is what is supposed to be your site tentative, and that's supposed to be the outermost boundary for the imported region. What you have to do, you can see one line is actually passing with this. This itself shows it's nothing but, now if I'm just going to select this element which is supposed to be in a morph, you can keep it on the required layer later or right now also. And only thing which you have to do is you have to ask to be this element should be get displayed on all stories, and then you'll say okay for this, and we'll go to the story settings. And in the story settings, I'll just try to make 1 meter interval if you want as a contour level. So that's supposed to be my height to neck story. So I'll be inserting few stories above also and few below also. Now remember, later you can fine tune. You can just don't worry about the negative and positive values. Everything you can fine tune later. So absolutely fine. So maybe if I'm having some stories below R5 and above also I'm having right now as that is from the current story I'm talking about the ground floor and above this something like 6 stories, or I can add one more. So okay, I have added something. I'll just remove this. I'll add something at the above option. Correct. So 7, and these are the 5, and this is 0. So let's proceed, and you will just try to go and check out how it works now. Every time if you hit to the new story, this line which is actually passing in between, you can see how it is moving, and that's nothing but your contour line. Okay, so we just have to now trace out these contours, and that's it. And as many as stories you need, you have to generate till the number of contours which you are looking for. So if I go and start working with the lowest, this is the probably lowest which is happening. So I have to generate few more levels, right? So I'm just going to say maybe several stories I have generated below, and same way I'm going to add new stories which are above. Okay, absolutely fine even if in case you are here and there with a couple of stories. So this is almost the beginning of the plot which I can see. So I can add few more story. Okay, so if we just go and try to see 2 more stories. Oh, fine. Now it's a quite a better deal to start with. Start tracing out these contours, which you must be now. You have got the idea. Like if I change the story, every time this cutting line, which is this is nothing. Why this is getting generated? A simple logic, because even if you just try to pass one section, you will surely understand what exactly is happening. So I'm just tentatively putting one section line over here, and if I open that section, you will see that the mesh which you or not mesh, I can say the morph which you have generated, it's getting cut by on every 1 meter level, right? And because it's getting cut on every 1 meter level, that cut segment is nothing but your contour line, right? So we are just going to trace out this line so that we can then use it further. So how to trace this? Before you start tracing out this contours, one thing for sure, the plot boundary which we were having, I'm just going to keep it on some other layer, okay? And even this your morph, instead of ArchiCAD layer which was by default, I will shift that on the morph general option. So now let's see how I can trace these things very quickly. So to proceed further with the tracing these contours, initially I'll take the help of the 2D line work. Then later we'll try to convert them into required 3D format also. So just make sure that you will be using the magic wand concept and you will be tracing out these segments. So every time if you stay on the next story and if you just use this magic wand, that is space bar and required key, you will get the end product. So I'll just try to probably trace out few of the contours, and then I'll show you how to do the post processing. So now let's see how we can start actually designing the 3D contours. Prior to that, the part of the 2D, so what I'm going to do, maybe this particular morph, I'll keep it off for a while, and then all these unwanted portions of the line segment, you can delete them. But then this you have to do almost on all these stories. Okay, so you complete that task, and then altogether you will be just left with the contour lines only. Once the 2D contours are ready, just try to use the morph tool. Make sure in the morph tool, the settings as such you can change only for the outline work. The pen number you can vary as per the choice. I'll show you this on screen. And the layer which probably you can use, can create some different layer that we have made contour 3D as a new layer. Okay, so it's a simple job. Now you are working with the geometry method as a polygon, and you're just going to keep on clicking on these existing 2D contour lines. So ArchiCAD will try to trace out these 3D polylines also, morph in a as a linear segment. So you will see what will be the benefit. Benefit I'll show you. So I'm just tracing out a couple of the contours. So you can actually see them in your 3D part. Fine. So this is optional, not a compulsion, but I feel this will be a good way to identify the kind of what you can see rhythm of your slope. Okay, so let's go and try to figure out this. So if I switch to my 3D display, obviously here first of all I am going to switch off, I'll be placing the 3D contours on, but I'll just try to turn off my this morph layer also. Okay, so this morph layer I'm going to turn off, and you will see how these contours which you have developed, how you can get them. Got this? So this is a very interesting thing. Obviously we have to develop the mesh of the similar gradient so that it will look and can be get used in a better manner. Now let's develop the site and then trace out these contours which we have recently recovered or designed, what I can say. So prior to that, I'll just try to switch off this 2D contour line and also the 3D one also, correct? Now this is what the site boundary which I am trying to target to design these contours. Again, remember, more you are precise for the location, better the end product will be. So after tracing the plot boundary, now it's time to just cross-check the seam in your 3D view also. So I'll just try to isolate this and let's see how it looks. So it's a very simple plane structure. Now, apart from this, if I want to see the contours also, you can turn on the contour layer and you can see how the contours are actually passing, and where this altogether the site for its upper topography, that is mesh with the upper topography how it should be. So let's try to now place these contours on these mesh and we'll try to elevate these points. So that's the only thing what now which is left. So even you can now on this and check out, if you work with a 3D contour, you will see now these each contour is passing from one location not one location, I can say it's actually as per the story you can see the development. Okay, now the mesh which we have drawn, you can at present place this or its availability on all stories for the display purpose, I can see. And if in case you want to continue with the cover field, it's okay, otherwise you can turn off that also. Now let's see how I can trace this particular contour segments on the top surface of the mesh. So it's a same topic which you must have already studied or must have used also, that select the required mesh Then lock the selection. So you can make sure that it is selected one, editable one, and I'm locking the selection by pressing the Alt key and picking the same element again. And then with the spacebar, and if I just click on this contour line, okay, so this is what you are going to actually trace out. Now remember, while tracing, if you face any problem, there is the other alternative also, that you do have your 2D drawn contours also. So you can use the benefit, or you can take the benefit of that also. So it's totally depend on your convenience, whether you want to, whether the 3D contours are in your favor or 2D things are in your favor. So you can check out now. I got the prompting like new mesh point. Instead of fit to user edges, you can see it's supposed to be no surface fitting. So I'll just get these kind of a nodes on the periphery of the contour line. So I'll just now keep on moving to every time, but again I have to select the mesh, and again the same story, locking, and then I have to hit my spacebar with the magic wand as a key, and I'm just going to convert these things. But what is the benefit? You can see the benefit that your mesh is started getting elevated also on the required level automatically. So that means you don't have to worry about designing the Z direction. So that's the reason I'm taking the benefit that every time if I stay on the next level, if I select the mesh, lock the selection with the Alt, then obviously I'm going to play with this magic wand, and no surface fitting is the always best option. You will see how the improvement is supposed to be altogether. So just complete this work, though it is slightly time consuming, but still I feel it's really worth to try and get some kind of a contours. If in case you don't have any topography available, just because of the limitation, maybe the surveyor is not able to give you the data on time, or you want to cross check that, I think this is the best method one can surely try for. You will get definitely a better accuracy. Only thing, you will be spending a little bit more time, but still I feel that can be a worth exercise to do with. So you can check out now how my altogether this geometry is getting affected. That is top surface of the mesh, how it is getting worked out for me. Now remember, those points which are not getting elevated for some reason, you can definitely either edit them in 3D if it is workable for you, or otherwise in 2D also you can figure out them where exactly they're supposed to be. For example, these two nodes. Now remember the height for this, if you check out about the Z, it is supposed to be roughly 3 meter, correct? And if you, obviously this will be 2 meter. So these points you can elevate, say in on average basis, say for example 2250, and this will be probably 2750. So this will be an approximation, I will say. So you can see how this altogether, the upliftment of those nodes which were missed out. So I hope you have understood. Please try to continue this for the remaining part, and you will get something very interesting in product. After tracing all the required contours on the targeted mesh, now remember, if you want to use this further for your design purpose, obviously that's the main target. Only problem that I may not able to continue with this particular file. The reason was there are several stories which I have designed. Okay, so what probably I can do, I can just, because these stories are on the 1 meter level, and maybe they are not in my favor for my further drafting purpose. So we can surely just select this mesh, take it on the clipboard by Control C, and just move to a new project, and there you can paste this just by keeping all the required things as it is. Remember for this, another thing, that all the geographic location and everything, what if you want to match as per the project, you should try to solve that by entering inside your project preferences and location settings. So please make sure that all these settings you have to adjust, readjust, or otherwise you can even try to copy them. Anyway, so now if you guys just go and check that your site is available and it's actually working as a single 3D object, then we'll say what about the contours? The contours which we have designed as a 3D elements, okay, so remember the contours which we have designed as a 3D elements, you can even transfer them from the particular file to over here. Otherwise, the mesh itself can show you these levels, right? So that solely depends on your need. I hope you have understood the basic aim that how we can manage to solve the issue of creating the contours in case if you don't have a availability of the surveyor's data. Remember, you can definitely try to turn off the options for the 3D appearance. You can see user define edges as a sharp. You can see and get that particular option you can activate. Even the top surface, the material which you have, you can change, or the contour line pen numbers you can change and make it more readable, so that altogether you will get a better end product, or maybe what I can say, uh, easier way to figure out your problems. Say, for example, even if I try to do this kind of a work, you can see how quickly I can actually make the mesh more readable and interesting. So I hope you have understood this. Please try to follow the instructions as I mentioned and develop the targeted mesh in the with the required contours.